my England friend.
Yeah.
She, well.
What about the old people?
The old people, it's hard for them to speak because they're like they're old and it takes a lot of energy and their lungs it's getting like not as much moisturized as when they're young and as an adult. And their lungs have to be moisturized for English, for England language. And when she came over, like the old man, he's like the lady, she was pretty nice. She said, "Oh, what are you selling?" And I said I was selling Freezies for $1, and then she gave me 50 cents. And then I added my money up, and then I got $3.50. And then she said, "Oh, would you like some money? Since I see you don't have you're getting poor at your business and not a lot of customers."
Mhm.
So then she said Then she just said, "Would you like this money? It's 50 cents." And she said, "I can sell my Freezie to somebody else." And she was it looked like she was around in her 60s, and her husband was around in his 80s or 90s or something. He was pretty old. He had a cane. He had a walker. He wore running shoes and socks in the house because his feet kept on hurting because he's old. And sometimes he wears his slippers in bed because he's old and slippers and socks because he's old and his feet are getting rusty. He's pretty old. He walks like he does. And then his wife holds him like this while she walks. And they have a dog. I don't know what their dog's is, but it's white. It's like Scruffy. It's the same dog as Scruffy. And they do like, and sometimes Madison, I was climbing our fence, and Madison threw the keys over, and she threw it over in the England house, and because I call it the England house, and Mommy's keys went over the fence, so we had to go over, and they're like, "Oh," and she's like, she answered the door, and she said, "Yes, what can I help you with?" And we said, well, our mom's keys fell over.
They just issued another storm watch.
our mom's keys went over your fence, and she's like, oh, you're welcome in. And then we went through the house, and they were watching Treehouse.
The old people?
Yeah. It's pretty awkward. It's the St. Mary's channel for kids, toddlers, and juniors. It's not for seniors.
Oh, okay.
Look, Kelsey, we watched Treehouse. I'm not talking about you. And I hear you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the England people. And then they have an old-fashioned England house, which they like. And then after, when we were coming back in through the house, we saw what they were watching, and they were watching England, the England channel. And then they have this thing on their door that says England people have an accent. And then there's a thingy on a sticker that says we do not talk to strangers. But we weren't strangers. They knew us because they talked to us because we were their neighbors, and they moved in at January. They moved in around Christmas. No, they moved in before Christmas. I mean before Christmas.
Thank you, Madison.
They moved somewhere around January and December. They had a little party. They had a little party by themselves because and they have these two people that have the same truck as Papa, and sorry, they have the same truck as Papa, and they help her, him and her out because they're from England, and there was their neighbor, and they help, there's a boy and a girl. One is his daughter, and
Where do they live?
I don't know. They live in England. They used to live in England. That's why they have an England accent.
Who does?
Our neighbors.
Neighbors. You know Ray, who used to be our neighbors.
Bye.
His mom and dad wanted to move in there.
Were you videotaping me?
And
My
they
friends
moved
are
from-
English.
So they moved from